today we're going to mess around with some of these iMacs. I've bought two 2017 iMacs, which some kind man has put a solid state drive in them, and they're blisteringly fast. My friend has bought his over, which has got a hard drive in it, conventional spinning hard drive, so we're going to try and see if we can get it to run off an external SSD hard drive, which many have done, and we're going to give that a go. But first we're going to do a little boot up test to see what the actual differences are. So the fend off is going to be this 2019 iMac with a hard drive against this 2017 iMac with an SSD, both internal. In fact, it's that one, so we're going to have to swap them over because that's the Retina display one. Right, so we've now ordered them right on the desktop. So Neil, if you get your finger on your button, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, press, and we're going to switch them on, and we're going to see the boot up speed. So 1, 2, 3, press. Do you have to hold it? I did. Right, they both made a noise at the same time. This one's got the SSD, this one's got the hard drive. The line, you can see the line going along fairly quick. We should have set a timer. We can do that in a minute. Right, so this one with the SSD's in. And that's logged on now. That's just the shutdown message. And there it is up, and that only took the extra time because it was telling me about it was trying to reopen my windows, which weren't important. So this one is still going. I'm whispering.
I'll be able to walk the loop switching back by the time that's
yeah, we walk the loop switching back, see if we can get some. I don't know what we're going to try and get, but don't do that. I'm sitting there thinking, bloody hell, that's unacceptable. Let's have a little joke. Let's boot this one up now, which we didn't swan at the same time, and see how quickly that one comes up. If that beats that one. The slopping in the background is our little dog. All right, that's going along. Ooh, that one's slower than this one, I think, but maybe not. No, it isn't. It's getting a rocket on. So that one's now up. Hopefully I'll put the password in right. No, got that wrong. But anyway, that's up. Anyway, this one is still going.
Not even halfway.
Not even halfway. I'm going to switch the camera off and bring you back. I suddenly missed that. It suddenly went and did some getting going, but that was a long while. I would say that was 3 times as long, Neil.
If not more, yeah.
If not more, possibly 4. But we might time it in a minute before we go into setting that up and try to do this. So 3 max. Look at that. Total cost not 1,000. New cost 4. Right, Neil's put his password in. So this is also seemingly quite a bit slower. So this is the difference between a hard drive and an SSD drive, and it is, the difference is almost, it's night and day. It almost makes them unusable, which is why they're old, and which is why people buy a lot of money on new stuff, when if you just upgrade them for what you can do with thinking 60 quid, you're in the game. But we haven't done it yet. So these were upgraded by someone else, and they're where you have to take the screen off and put an internal SSD. We're going to do this with the external SSD with a couple of monkeys not knowing what we're doing. Before we do the speed test and other things, we're just looking at the difference here on a 4K Retina display versus a 1080p, exactly the same computer. So in the comments below, this is computer number 1. This is computer number 2. I want you to tell me which you think is the 4K Retina display one. Again, as a demonstration of how slow it is, we've just put in a search, and we just put in YouTube as a search, and look at this. Do not buy one with a hard drive. If you buy a second-hand one of these, do not be tempted by the 1 terabyte hard drive. You will hate it. So that search time is unacceptable. Do you agree, Neil?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's the YC dot perfect call.
Don't know, but it ain't getting there, is it? Turn your computer on and then immediately hold down Alt. Keep holding it. Let go. Right, you should have got established that bit doesn't matter, we think. So hit erase, Neil. Oh, that's oops, can't swear on this. Have to edit that out. Erasing the gypsy mick. Click done. Right, I know what it's done. It's set up a partition. That's why it's 1.25 gig. That's what was on the hard drive. Ben the flower pot man, I got this far. We click back on the red button and we're now going to reinstall a Mac operating system on the external hard drive. So click continue, big nose. We're getting excited now because we think we might be doing it. Oh, I don't mean we get a choice on that, Neil. Do we? But you can upgrade it, can't you? An internet connection is required to install Mac. Right, so we're now getting something we want to see, which is this Faz image. So on the video we were watching, it said a little while later. Well, it appears that the little while is 2 hours 32 minutes, which is a long while to have.
Oh, 1 hour 1 minute now.
Oh, 1 hour 1 minute. And look at this here for all that time. So you might make a little cup of coffee, but we've done an hour in a minute. So yeah, this is the bloke to watch. Don't watch mine. Dumb and Dumber have got to this stage. It didn't take nearly as long, and be mindful that it will show the Apple logo. It will have a line going along. I did it about 4 times, but we are now to this where one selects your country, so it looks like we might be getting somewhere. We've got this far, and now Neil's putting his Apple ID in, which he's forgotten. See how quick now we seem to have achieved it. We're going to see how quick it now boots off. Up, 1, 2, 3, press it. Right, nothing's happening. Ooh, we've got an Apple logo. If you remember, this was unbearable before. And this is just a couple of monkeys doing this, watching YouTube and not really knowing what we're completely doing. Come on, come on.
Should have got a timer on, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you should have put. I have actually got one on here. 36 seconds. Right, well, their lines appeared. Whether or not the first time it's a bit slower, I don't know. But operating the computer was hugely different. The actual operating the old one was actually impossible. It was beyond use. Oh, suddenly kicking in. We're in. That is seriously better. That was about 1 minute 7 seconds.